Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Fantasy Hockey Picks and Bets presented by Prize Picks. I'm your host, Chris Meaney, right here on the Mayo Media Network. 5 games on the ice tonight. Thanks for taking the time to hang out. We got Cam Stewart hanging by. We're going to break down all of these games, got a few DraftKings picks for you as well. But it is time for the Prize Picks play of the day. Check out prizepicks.com. Use that promo code MMN, 100% match deposit of up to $100 when you use the promo code MMN. So check out prizepicks.com. Several different player props to choose from across all of the sports that you love. And of course, we're going to be focusing here on hockey. So I'm going right back to Braden Point. 4 points is the player prop here. I'm going to take the over. He's playing the Detroit Red Wings again. It worked out for us on Wednesday. He had a mediocre game and he still got there. He found the back of the net. He had 3 shots on goal. This is a Detroit Red Wings team that's just, they're not competitive. They don't have the personnel. They have a 29th worst PK in the entire league. 3.64 goals allowed per 60 minutes at 5-on-5. That's the 5th highest mark in the NHL. So Point has hit the score sheet in 7 of his 8 games. He has 4 goals and 9 points over that span. At least 2 shots on goal in every single game. So there's a little bit of a floor there. You get half a point for a shot, 3 points for a goal, 2 points for an assist. So he comes in riding a 3-game point streak with 1 goal and 4 points over that span. And Tampa Bay, as I mentioned on Wednesday, they rank inside the top 10 in every single category that you want. Shots for, scoring chances, expected goals for, high danger chances, and of course, goals for. So give me Braden Point and the over. I was almost going to go back to David Pastrnak here. He's up to 5.9. I wouldn't blame you if you did, but I'm going to take Alexander Barkov, the same total here as Braden Point, 4 points. Give me the over. He had a goal and 2 points last night against the Nashville Predators, 11 goals in that game. Florida scored 6. He had 3 shots on goal. He has 3 goals and 9 points in 7 games this season, 27 shots. Another guy with a safe floor. He has at least 3 shots on goal in every game but one. Also part of his safe floor, averaging 22 minutes per game, 5th among forwards this year. Talking about bad PKs with Detroit, Nashville, dead last in the NHL. Barkov had 2 power play points last night. So give me the over there. You look at this Nashville team struggling to keep the puck out of their net. And last night, Barkov, his line, a team high 16 shot attempts, 9 scoring chances, and 3 high danger chances. So the over on Point, the over on Barkov. Use that promo code MMN, and they'll match your first deposit, 100% deposit match of up to $100. So with that, let's bring in Cam Stewart. We got 5 games on the ice. Cam, what's going on, man? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you, Meaney. Getting a lot of love on Twitter. And why wouldn't Meaney get love? All this guy does, producer Matt, is hit winners. First of all, Meaney, I'll give you a tip. Don't watch sports when you're going to win money with your girlfriend, because I remember one time I won a golf tournament. She's like, oh, remember that nice dinner you promised me? And next thing you know, I'm rolling out 100, 200, 300. Hold on, 540. Oh, wow, that was unlimited bar, rib cap, steak, seafood, the works, buddy. But congratulations. A little birdie told me Anderson was the final leg of a parlay. Meaney, I got to hand it to you, buddy. Like, I'm playing more of that stuff now, like shots and goal props, but I'm an old school guy. Usually just started gambling sides and totals. But man, it's been good. The night you gave me a couple Blackhawks, they won. This stuff's been great for you. If you follow the game and are nuts and watch every minute of every game, you can find some advantages. The books, I find hockey, they're not as sharp as the basketball and other lines.
The hockey it's tough, man. The games. I know we've been giving out some winners on this show, but I'll be honest. I mean, last night wasn't great in terms of winners. The straight sides, like I was on Carolina. I wasn't given the Habs. We joked before, like I had never ever seen the Habs at minus 300 in my entire life. It's just it's weird times here, but I still thought that they were going to win by a couple goals. But yeah, it did work out. The girlfriend was beside me. Dinner will be on me for in the next few days for sure. But yeah, the anytime goals and the shots worked out yesterday, and FTN subs are happy, and hopefully everybody here watching the show, we can continue to produce some winners. But yeah, we had Matthews anytime goal, Ovechkin anytime goal, Laine found the back of the net, Svechnikov continues to hit the score sheet and his shot prop. Connor Garland, I know the guys liked him and David Perron yesterday as well, and plus money every single time these guys hit the ice. Garland's basically averaging 2 shots per period, and he just seems to, I don't know what it is, Cam. Maybe it's because he's a member of the Arizona Coyotes, but he should not be plus money for 2.5 shots every time they play because he just puts 5 and 6 pucks on net every single game. And you, my friend, as we move to Boston and Philadelphia, the Bruins are your new squad, I think.
Yeah, honest to God, Meanie, you're Habs, I'm Leafs. Like, what team do you hate more than Boston? I love the Bruins. I want to get out a Pasternak jersey. I'll tell you guys, the best sport, hockey. We talk about baseball in-game betting. Hockey's the same type of sport, man. 1 goal lead, you get a minus 150. They could be like plus 160. I'm like, it's a 1 goal lead early in the game. The Bruins, all they do is come back. It's unbelievable, Chris. Like that first game, 3 goals. I go, yeah, I'm only going to go $25 plus 680 or what. Boom. They like, you know what I mean? They come back, they win. 2-goal game. So they come back against Washington. They're down 3. They come back against Philadelphia. They're down 2. They bring it to OT and they win again. Live betting hockey is unbelievable. It's the best. Like I wish I pulled a Meanie and put like $1,500 on it, buddy. I'd be wearing like, Versace and Gucci. And I'd be living like a king. But doing this every night, I'd be living on a damn golf course. But man, it is nice. In-game betting. And certain teams like the Bruins, they just have a way to, they get down and then they wake up and they come back. They're just too good.
They are really good. Yeah, they've won now 6 of their past 7 games. Their first 3 games, they didn't even score a goal 5-on-5. They get David Pasternak back in the lineup. He's played 3 games. Cam, he has 5 goals, 7 points, 19 shots. Get this. I don't think I've seen a number this high in 3 games. He has 37 shot attempts in 3 games. This guy is just unbelievable. We know that. He's coming off the hat trick in the 4-point game, but he just... Oh man, that perfection line,
it's too good.
It's crazy. It's crazy to me. So we have the Flyers home dogs plus 112, Boston 130, the Bruins 3-7 against the spread, Philly 7-4 against the spread. The total here is 5.5. I gave out Boston in the over last time and it looked brutal. It looked awful. You got in on the live betting and got a lot out of that.
Yeah.
What are you thinking tonight? Are you going back to the Bruins? Are you going to wait this out? Maybe Philly takes another lead or something?
That's the way. That's probably the best way to attack it, Meanie. I'm going to say this. For everybody that looks at Philadelphia and you don't watch hockey and go, wow, they're not doing too bad. Actually, they have been. If you give this team the eye test, they have not been good. I know they have injuries, but let's call it out for what it is. They got outplayed against the Islanders. And I'm going to say this, Chris. Carter Hart stood on his head against Boston early in that game. He's saving breakaways. Their defense was loose. So even though the Bruins came back and won, they shouldn't even have been in that situation. They were dominating the game. I'm not impressed with the Philadelphia Flyers, but eventually they're going to put it together. It's kind of like Morency's line, hey, Cam, are we going to rob the same bank again 4 times in a row? I'm like, well, the first 3 times we got away, but I don't know, man. It's tough. I lean Bruins in this spot, but I know what, Chris? I think I'm actually might be a little bit tighter. Philadelphia can't be playing these games where they want, like Shinny style 5-4 and stuff like that. I think I would lean to the under, but it's not a game that I loved. I think tonight's card is hard. It's a hard card tonight. Yeah,
it is very hard. I'm going to go back to Boston. You're dead on.
Yeah, I love your style.
With the Bruins and they were all over them in the first period. And I was watching the broadcast. Brian Burke is in there chirping Philly. You look at where's the forecheck? Where's the forecheck from this team? It used to be the Broad Street Bullies. There's no toughness in there. They're not getting in on the forecheck. The reason why they're struggling right now, if you watch this Flyers team, is they're without Sean Couturier.
And he's a huge player.
He's a huge player. He's a very underrated player in the game. He is one of the best two-way players. I'd say maybe he's the second best.
I agree.
Third best. After Bergeron, Ryan O'Reilly, like Sean Couturier is a guy that eliminates. He would be up against the Bergeron line, and I'm not saying he would win that matchup, but we would be seeing 20 shot attempts from that line in 5-on-5 without Sean Couturier there. So, or with him there, we wouldn't see that. So I'm going back to the Bruins here, and I won't. Yeah, I know, right? I won't take the over, but I will go with Boston. And you guys, until we see David Pasternak at 4.5 shots for the prop, I mean, what are we doing here? The fact that he has 37 shot attempts in 3 games and 19 shots on goal in 3 games, I got to take the over 3.5. It's minus 155. By the time puck drop, that may get to 4.5, 170, and I'll pass. But right now, if you're listening and you can still get 3.5, minus 155, I'm going to do it. So
Juice, Meaney, it's only a problem when you lose, buddy. That's the thing, right? Or you put the Montreal Canadiens in a parlay. You wouldn't believe what happened last night, too. I had Chicago as a dog, Arizona as a dog, Toronto, Vancouver over. And I'm doing these round robin parlays. I'm like, I got to put Montreal everywhere. Ding, 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 ding. And then I did another show with Brian Blessing. We talked about it. Eventually, Ottawa's going to figure it out. Hockey is one of those sports. Like, I can't believe the compete level and the effort. Like, it's hard to lose hockey games by 5-6 goals continuously, but Stützle and the rest of those young guys are going to figure it out one day. So we got to keep an eye on that, Meaney. Ottawa, actually, they played that game, and they're a bad team, but I don't think that road trip against Vancouver was really indicative in Edmonton. They were kind of just, I don't know what was wrong with them, but they have enough young players to at least compete and battle. I'm saying Montreal should have won, but Ottawa is not going to get blown up like that again, I think. Do you agree with that?
I agree with you. Yeah, 100%. I think that they're a team that you could maybe get involved. I know Maddie, our producer here, loves the puck line the other way there, the +1.5 and stuff like that. But I think it's a team that's going to be competitive. They're only going to, get better as they're super young, man.
Exactly.
Stützle, you mentioned, he's got goals now, I think 2 or 3 straight games. Josh Norris, Drake Batherson, these guys are super young. They got a horse in the blue line in Thomas Chabot. So they'll figure it out. I thought they played really good last night. They were competitive. They got the 2 goals in the final minute, and that kind of took Montreal out of the game a bit. But, the Canadiens were due for an off game, right?
They were.
They weren't clicking on all cylinders, but it is what it is. But the Senators, I think you're right. I mean, they're a team that I don't think that they're going to be a pushover. When we see them +250, +280, I think you can take shots on them. You said this last week. I think we had this conversation when Vegas was -300, right? We can maybe get involved with some of those other teams. Now, speaking of -300 and silly odds like that, Detroit -360, or Tampa rather, -360, Detroit +290. I watched this game. It wasn't really competitive at all. I'm not saying the Red Wings can't keep it competitive, but it's really hard to feel great about picking them as dogs, and it's hard to feel great about picking Tampa -360. I don't know. This game is just a complete pass for me, Cam.
I know what, Meaney. See, that's why you're a smart guy and you have money in your pocket. I usually bet too many games, but I'm with you. I'm going to take a disciplined approach. We got tons of games and the Super Bowl on Sunday. I'm not screwing around with this. This is the type of game where Tampa Bay could take their foot off the pedal and maybe win like an overtime game. Don't be surprised if Detroit, and a great angle betting. I know it's very simple, but it's true. When you get blown out, a lot of guys in hockey have personal pride. These guys actually care about what they're doing, and they don't like to be embarrassed. Detroit will bring their effort. I know Grice got the hook. They put in our boy, Calvin Pickard. We got Calvin Pickard. We got a Calvin Pickard sighting. He's on the Las Vegas bus tour. Blessing was telling me he's like going to Idaho and all these places. Hey, come watch the Vegas Golden Knights hockey. Like, thanks, Calvin. We appreciate you being the ambassador for the team. You've just been released and cut. But good guy. He battles. And I will say this about Detroit. I'm expecting more things, Meaney. This game has danger written all over it. Tampa Bay maybe squeaks out a win, but I wouldn't be screwing around with Tampa -1.5 and all these other things, thinking it's free money. I'm not sure if it's going to be.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know. Sometimes teams play down to their opponents. Maybe we saw a little bit of that from Montreal, but I didn't see, even though, Tampa rolled, I didn't see... I didn't like the body language from some of their players. Just like, it's another game, right? I brought out this stat the other day, and it was kind of like I ballparked it, if Maddie remembers, but I have the exact stat now from my guy Prashant Dyer from The Athletic. I used to produce his Red Wings podcast over there. It's been 464 days since a goaltender other than Jonathan Bernier won a game for the Detroit Red Wings. 464 days. It's like a span of 30 and whatever. Like, that is unbelievable that they have not been able to win a hockey game without Bernier in net. So I don't know, man. Like, things don't point well for Detroit, but
I like Grice too.
He's good. He's good. He's good.
It's a bad team. This is the thing. We're talking about bad teams. Ottawa's not that bad, but I think Detroit is that bad. But be careful if you're taking Tampa Bay tonight, guys. Like Montreal, it could be a smooth parlay killer tonight. I'm going to stay away from this game.
This is what you do. You take the over on Braden Point. Since we're all in on Braden Point off the top for Prize Picks, you just take the over 2.5 shots. We got it barely last time. It's worked out. Like I said, he just seems to be getting 3 almost every game. So minus 139, 2.5. I'd rather that than Stamkos is really juiced up at minus 167, 2.5. So.
You know what? And that's a really good approach for all you guys like getting into gambling and DFS. Like, listen to Meaney. He's really, really good at this stuff. Your DFS picks, Meaney, like you're top of the food chain. And that's the thing. If you don't like a game, you could just play props in the game. Why not? And that's a perfect game to play props in. I would actually look at Detroit props because they're going to be undervalued because everyone thinks they're absolute trash. And you know what? They show up tonight, and Tampa Bay will do their thing too, right? You talked about Point. I agree. Stamkos, you got to find a guy on the roster too that's a little bit under the radar, which you do. And you don't have to play every game. This might be a shots on goal type of game, meaning props galore.
Yeah, absolutely. It is about, if you're playing DFS, and we'll get into a couple plays towards the end of the show, but if you are, it is about just trying to be unique with that second line. We mentioned Anthony Cirelli on Wednesday with Griff Dog DFS, Snoop a Loop, and, he scored a goal. So, let's move on to Florida Nashville. This was a wild game last night.
Sure was.
Yeah, 6-5 overtime win. Huberdeau had a monster game, minus 113 Florida here, and Detroit minus 103. 5-5 against the spread, the Preds, and 3-4 for Florida. The total here at 6. I imagine we're going to see backups. UC Saros in net yesterday. We'll get Pekka Rinne. I don't know. Are we going to see a lot of goals here tonight?
Hold on, Meaney. That is my Panther, and I have taken the Predator, and I've already put a gouge into his neck. He's bleeding, and I'm going to tell you there's going to be more. Just all day, I'm going to take the Panther over the Predator. I was on Predators last night. What a comeback win, Meaney. It was stupid. Pekka Rinne is not a great career and all, but it might be time to say sayonara, baby. It's just one of those things. Saros didn't even play that good. There's going to be probably goals in this game, but I love the Panthers. They pissed away that game, man. They're going to come back angry. One thing the Florida Panthers do, they score, they give up goals. Nashville, they're not your grandfather's Nashville Predators anymore, Meaney. These 5.5s and stuff, they're giving up goals. That's the thing. Do we go back to the over? But I really, really, really like Florida in this spot, buddy. Put it on my betting card. I'm all in.
I like Florida too. I'm with you. I'm all in as well. I mean, they have two losses on the season. One loss on the season. Yeah, I mean they've been solid, man. They seem to be going in overtime every single game. I'm just looking to see if we got nothing confirmed here, but I would imagine Chris Drager is going to be in net for the Panthers, right? We're going to get that. It was actually, I got that mixed up. It was a Nashville W last night.
Correct.
6-5, but Florida was right there, all over them. The thing is that I have issues with Florida is Sergei Bobrovsky. This guy is not great. And I think we just gave him a pass last year about
he's stealing money, Meaney. He
literally
literally walks into Sunrise with a balaclava and a bag and fill it. He's doing nothing. This guy is checked out. I agree with you 100%. Everyone's like, hey, Bob, he basically played great for Columbus. You go to Florida, you steal money. He has not been good. Wait till night, and a lot of these younger goaltenders in the Florida organization come up. It's going to see you later, sir, guy. The future, I think, is going to be good. But this guy right now, you could tell his mind's not in it. I agree. He lets in soft goals.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the hell I thought Florida was winning that game. I watched overtime. I read Forsberg had a monster game and scored that goal. Mm-hmm. But Chris Drager is going to get the call tonight here. And I think that's positive for Florida.
I agree.
He's had 3 starts, 2 goals or fewer in all of them. He's got a .937 save percentage. I know he played Detroit in one of them, but Chicago, Columbus, I don't know, even Blackhawks last night, competitive, right? I heard Patrick Kane after the game. We played Carolina, who are Stanley Cup contenders, and he said we played them tight in both games. So, some of these teams that you wouldn't expect to be good are hanging around, but I think it's a plus that Drager is going to be in net. So I like that. I like the call by you, Florida. Again, shot props. Barkov is not one that I like. Minus 177. I'm not going to get there. Honestly, It's tough. It's too juiced. There's really nothing here for me. Forsberg, if that can get to 3.5 and we get plus money right now, it's 2.5 minus 200. Won't get there, but he had a monster game too. This is a guy who loves to shoot the puck. I would be interested in Forsberg if it went to 3.5. There's probably going to be some goals here though in this game, right? We can maybe get involved with a first goal. I don't want to take a favorite. Somebody chirped the other day for having a Pasternak favorite 9-1.
Boo.
Yeah, that was weird. Forsberg is 11-1. Can we call that?
I didn't see it. Matt, you guys fired up there. So what happened? You guys picked the 9-1 and somebody booed you for winning?
Yeah. Wow,
okay.
way to pick the favorite.
Yeah.
It's like,
way to pick the favorite? How about like cash? Like I love that too. I'm doing my hockey podcast with Blessing. We go like 6-2. Guys like, hey man, nice pick on that. It's like, oh okay, yeah, no, I got red hair, blonde eyebrows. You poke me and Valvoline comes out. We're not robots. You can't go 100% in this game. If you're going anything over 65-70%, you're going to be living in a palatial estate, Meanie. Come on now.
I know. I didn't get it. Like we gave the Suzuki before that was 17-1. And then we're like, Pasternak, he's awesome. 9-1. He'll probably be 6-1, in his next game. And we'll just take that. Yeah. He's 8-1 here tonight. So he's moving
I'm noticing your background too, Meanie. I'm seeing chicks and lingerie and all sorts of things. Like, wow, it's pretty early in the morning. I'm getting fired up. I got to call my girlfriend. I feel like having sex. Right? That's a really nice. You got some nice stuff back there. I didn't even notice that background before. That's Led Zeppelin. You got a chicken lingerie. That's from the Cars. That album, I think.
Cars. Yeah, we got Petty, the Stones.
Nice.
Yeah, you know it. You're all over it.
Oh, baby, you got it.
You kill me.
I'm old school.
Yeah, me too. Obviously, I used to work at a classic rock station. That's how I started behind the mic. Philip Forsberg, first goal. I know he's favored here, but we could get that at 7-1. You want to take a deeper long shot? That Barkov line really did look good last night. 5-on-5. Carter Verhaeghe is 17-1. There's one for you.
Ooh.
Bit of a long shot for you.
Yeah, that guy can't chirp you with that pick.
No.
That's going deep.
We'll see if we can get it. Verhaeghe, 17-1, folks. San Jose, Anaheim. This game, I was talking to Matt last night, is fascinating to me. The Ducks -112, the Sharks -105. We have the Ducks 8-3 against the spread, playing pretty good hockey, 4-4. So why it fascinates me is, I'd like to dive into these 5-on-5 numbers. Natural stat trick is amazing. You get lost for days in there if anybody is looking at that kind of stuff. But both of these teams rank in the bottom 8, mostly 5 in like giving up high danger chances, scoring chances, shots on goal, all that stuff. The Ducks, a little bit tighter on defense, don't have this as much offense as San Jose, but they have the better goalie in John Gibson, who's been just unbelievable. San Jose can give you a little bit more offensively, but I think I just have to side with Gibson. It's really hard not to back this guy right now.
I love Gibson. He's the best. And I was talking about this on our show last night. It's going to be interesting. Like Getzlaf, maybe he goes somewhere, even though he's Mr. Duck. He could be a third line player. What are some teams that need a goaltender going to offer for Gibson? Everything. This guy is the hottest goaltender in the league right now. It's true. SJ Sharkey, on the other hand, you bring up a good point. They could score goals and give up goals, where Anaheim, I watched that game against the Kings on throwback night there, and they suffocated the Kings at portions of that game. This is a very difficult hockey game to project right now, but I'm thinking I kind of lean SJ Sharkey for some reason. I don't know why. They haven't played in a while too. Meanie, here's a crazy stat. Everyone thinks, oh, those teams off, they're going to be rusty and stuff. No, it's not true at all. When the Blues actually had time in Vegas to get a practice in, they dominate. Like, I'm telling you, you don't have time in today's COVID era to do that stuff. When you get a few days off and you can actually run things and tighten it up, I think it's very important. Look at all the teams that have been off that won. Florida did it. Carolina did it. All those teams. It's kind of scary. When's the last time San Jose played? I don't remember them playing in a while.
It feels like forever. I was diving more into, I've never seen this before. Matty plays a lot of fantasy too. Maybe he can back it up. In my home league, there's not one Duck owned besides Gibson. Like, really? I'd never seen that before. But I'm looking at this team. Like, I was taking a look to stream because the Ducks play on tonight and they play again, I believe, tomorrow or Sunday. So they have the back-to-back games. They play tomorrow against the Sharks. So I was just looking like, is there a Duck that I can stream? And it's like, wow, I have my choice here at any single Anaheim Duck that I want. Like, where is Getzlaf? Where is he? He's not doing anything. He doesn't have any goals. He's got 5 assists. Like, where is this offense coming from? And I know they have a nice matchup against the Sharks, but where are they going to score goals? Like, they can't just win every game 1-0, 2-1.
Exactly.
So I think I kind of lean with you here and I definitely the advantage is in net for the Ducks, but the offense is just non-existent. And Yeah, I mean, nobody is owning these players because they're not doing anything. And I look at the Sharks, like they have a little bit more juice, like Hurdle and
Yep.
Couture and Burns and Carlson's slow, but Evander Kane, Timo Meyer, there's at least a little bit of offensive punch here. The last time they played was January 28th against Colorado. They've been off now, all week. So maybe you said it last week. I thought
I'm
perfect.
in. You know what? We got two tonight, Meanie. Stanley C. Panther and S.J. Sharkey. Those are the mascots with the team. We're rocking the Panthers and Shark. Can you believe they call it Stanley C. Panther? Like Stanley
I had no idea what you were talking about, to be honest.
That's their mascot's name. Like San Jose's is S.J. Sharkey. Hey, everybody, I'm S.J. Sharkey. And the other guy is Stanley C. Panther. Wow, I don't know who made this stuff up. But anyway, I'm rocking it hard with Florida and S.J. Sharkey tonight. Let's do it.
You got to get yourself NHL 22, my friend, or 21, whatever it is on EA Sports for Xbox. You can play with the mascots.
Oh, nice. I saw that picture of Gritty when they were like doing the portrait of him like laid out in the cat. That's like me at 4 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, Meanie, after about 30 steam whistles.
I want you to paint me like one of your French girls. Oh, man. Gritty is great. Okay.
Oh, he's good.
More. Yeah, he is good. One more here.
What do we got?
And LA minus 245, Vegas plus 205. So this is actually, we were talking about puck lines and stuff like that. The Kings are stingy, but again, you look at their 5-5 numbers, they give up a lot. They really do. They're in top 5 and giving up everything. High danger, scoring chances, shots for, everything 5-5. And you look at Vegas and they are just in the top 5, top 2 basically in everything. They generate a whole lot. You mentioned teams having a break and coming out hot. Like this is one of those teams. And you and I had this conversation last week when we were trying to compare Colorado and Vegas. Like, what's the difference between these two teams? And we were talking about youth, maybe these kids not knowing any better, and then Vegas being all business. Like this is a team.
And their goaltending. They get to roll out like Fleury's playing better than Leonard right now. And then it's like, oh, tough day. We don't want to get rid of Fleury. We'll throw Leonard at you. That's the thing. Like Vegas. You said it, Meanie. I think they kind of checked the boxes. Team that was off with COVID, going to be angry, time to practice. Like for the Kings to be in this game, they have to play a perfect game. I'm not sure if that's possible. I think Vegas wins this game by like three goals.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like 5-2 or something. Like they just murdered these guys.
Yeah, I know the total's at 5.5, and I thought about it just because I think that Vegas gets to 5 itself. I won't do it, but I think this is one of the ones. And Matty, I bet you he already has. Matt, you got Vegas puck line, don't you? You're a puck line guy.
I'm taking Vegas puck line. I think my cheeky parlay of the day is Panthers puck line, Vegas puck line, and then I'm debating going an alt Sharks 1.5 puck line. Don't know yet.
Whew.
Thinking about it though.
Listen to this parlay. We get Vegas. We take a shot with Vegas. Yep. We throw in Stanley C. Panther and we throw in S.J. Sharkey 3-banger. That's what I'm doing tonight. And then if I'm putting an extra game in there, I don't even have to take Vegas on the puck line. But if you want to get greedy, why not Vegas minus 1.5 in that too? Blow it up a little bit.
Yeah, I dig it. I like it. There were no shot props that I liked in that San Jose Anaheim game. We're looking at DK Sportsbook here, but a couple may pop up a little bit later on. If a guy like Hurdle or Kane pops up or Meyer, those are the volume shooters. I'm into that trio, into that line. That's the way I would go. Like I'm not getting involved with Ricard Raquel minus 134, 2.5 shots. See where the offense is going to come from. I remember Gabe and I were having a conversation back in the day. Rackle, who's this Rackle guy? Tonight on DK. We had a nice laugh at that, but I don't think so. I don't think we need to get too cute. I am in on Pacioretty though. It's the same odds as Pasternak. Same sort of feel, a volume shooter, a guy who loves to shoot the puck. He's a puck hog. Let's just say it. Yep. It's plain and day. He's a puck hog. He just can't help himself. So 3.5 minus 155. Dude's been off for a week. He just wants to shoot the puck tonight. So give me Pasta, Point, and Pacioretty for those shot props. We got the long shot there in Carter Verhaeghe for a first goal. Let's see if I can give another one out here. I mean, Pasternak at 850, guys. I mean, it's not a bad play. Like, so what? If it hits, it hits. The guy's got 37 shot attempts, in 3 games. Let's give a first goal here for the Vegas game.
Yeah, here we go. What are you feeling?
Really, really cold is that Riley Smith, Jonathan Marchessault line has been really cold. Maybe a week off just helped him a little bit. I really like Pacioretty tonight, but 850. Man, that guy's in my head for giving.
Marchessault? Know what?
Let's do Marchessault.
I agree with that.
12-1, right?
Yes.
Low start, volume
yes.
shooter.
Yes.
Yeah, Let's go Marchessault. He's a good player, right? It's only a matter of time. Said this yesterday at FTN with Mike Hoffman. He checked in at under 4K on DK. It's like, guys, this is a proven 30-goal scorer. It's only a matter of time.
$1,000 for Mike Hoffman? Oh my God, this guy used to be one of the best players going. Like, are you
right?
kidding?
Yeah, it's starting to get going now, Cam.
Yeah.
He had 8 or 9 shots last night. I think he has points in 3 of 4. He had 2 goals last night. And when the Blues were behind in that game, because they've been rolling their lines, like you said it, I think last week, that they're rolling their lines. It's much like the Canadians. These guys are not getting 20 minutes per game, and Hoffman was getting about 14. I mean, he averaged about 17 in Florida. And last night I noticed when they were down, it was boom. Hoffman's not on line 3 anymore. He's on line 1. And he was playing with the big boys, and he was producing. So this is the prop. I have something similar to you. I don't think we need to go puck line. We can go Vegas, San Jose, Florida. You can add Boston in there for 4. Those are the picks, Maddie. Vegas, San Jose, Florida, Boston. Cam and I are on the same page. I like that.
Love it.
For the props, Pasta over 3.5, Pacioretty over 3.5, a point over 2.5. Have some fun with the first goals. It's not going to hit every time. You don't have, Cam, you said it last week, you don't need to put a unit on it. You can put 0.25, whatever you want. Help your bankroll. You got the Super Bowl this weekend. You can get into moving day here at Waste Management Open. There's lots of action. NASCAR, you into NASCAR?
I'm into everything, Meanie. You win money. I remember when NASCAR was, hey, Kyle Larson. Like, I was betting this stuff. Actually, Morency couldn't believe it. I was like blindly betting NASCAR. And then I got into it. Like, we hit a couple winners for a couple weeks. NASCAR is good for the top 3s. And it's actually a good fantasy sport too. You get some guys really bottom of the barrel. You know what I mean? They finish like top 10. It's like, hey, how you doing? So I'm kind of getting into it. Golf's my thing, but I got no problem with NASCAR. It's great.
It's great. Yeah. So over to DFS here for a second, going to rip through just some of the positions. A lot of it is just what we've already talked about, guys. I mean, that Bruins top line, if you can get involved and spend up, if you're going to play multiple lineups, sure. If you're just going to play one lineup in a GPP, then you're probably best to avoid it, to be honest with you, because just think of all the different combinations that people will have from, Bergeron and Pasternak and Marchand. But that is a great line. They're dominant 5-on-5. They were absolutely amazing in that first game as well. So that's where I would go up at the top. Tampa, as much as I like Point to get the 4 points, like it's not something that I love on DK. I think you get involved with maybe that second line with Anthony Cirelli, Killorn, get involved with the defense there. But for the center position, look at Cirelli. I mean, 5-1. There's some value there. 5-1. William Karlsson, 5K. Bit of a slow start, but get these secondary lines on these teams because Detroit and LA not great. So everyone always just wants to go to the top and look at the top line, right? But you're going to save yourself a little bit of cash, get low ownership with some of these secondary lines. Over to wing, Pasternak up at the top, 9K. Wow, he's expensive. Stammer, 8.3. Marchand, 7.9. Pacioretty, like him, 6.9. He's underpriced.
I like that too.
Pacioretty 6'9" and Stone 6'4". These guys are underpriced. They shouldn't be that cheap. Hornquist 5'9", Huberdeau 5'8". I mean, Huberdeau had that big night last night. Get on the power play. He's mixed in with Barkov on the power play. Yeah, Ekblad is an underrated player on the blue line, involved in the power play as well. I mentioned Detroit's PK, not great. Nationals PK, not great. So think about that when you're playing DFS. You're playing cash, you can go the 2 of the 3 lines, but you're playing DFS in tournaments. I think you get involved with just power plays, right? You pick the 2 forwards, maybe 3 forwards, get a defenseman in there. They start moving around the puck, a couple power play goals, and you're well on your way. Maddie made a board for us. Nick Ritchie, wanted to bring him up with you, Cam.
I like Nick Ritchie.
Yeah, he's
playing better. Good, isn't he? Damn right he is. I'll tell you, man. I've been watching this Bruins team, and they got a lot of chemistry everywhere. I talk about Smith when he came over from Vegas, Coyle, all these guys. I'm watching this team going. Everyone's like waiting for the demise of the Bruins. Guys, it's not happening. Like, I'm watching this team all the time. Like, if they get any type of goaltending from Rask and Halak, they're good. And they're young defense. I was like, ooh, they're going to be weak on defense. These guys are so mature. Like, they weren't scared at all. Like, they're growing into the roles quick. They pinch at the right time. Boston's scary. I'm with you, Meanie. I love Nick Ritchie. He's great. He's underrated.
He is underrated. He's played with big boys before over the course of his career, and he's getting an opportunity on that power play. When Pasternak came back, I was like, is Ritchie going to stick on that first unit? And he did stick on that first unit, and he's got the 4 goals, 5 assists, 25 shots. He's only 3.9. His price is not getting adjusted at all for what he's been doing. And sure, I mean, he's the high shooting percentage is there, and maybe it's a little unsustainable. But Cam, when he's getting an opportunity on the power play to play with Pasternak, Bergeron, Marchand, Krejci, like they just roll out 5 forwards.
Exactly.
First unit, like here you go. Like
that's an insane price, Meaney. He should not be. Like, you're giving bargain barrel prices like that. That's a great pick by you. I love it, Meaney. I might do something stupid tonight. I know we talked about the Panthers and the Sharks, whatever. Something's telling me like this Montreal game last night. Is Detroit good? I know the thing is, I had a vibe about Ottawa, but I didn't listen to myself. I'm like, they're getting murdered to Edmonton or whatever. I know this was a bad spot, but they played so bad. I don't know, man. Getting blown out in the first game. I just don't. They might. Let's just say I'm not going to go bananas on it. Not going to put it in parlays to ruin it, but I might have a play on the Detroit Red Wings, split it up with the puck line tonight and take a shot.
Why not? I mean, I think the fact that neither of us are on Tampa tonight tells us something, right?
Exactly.
That we're not in on them, so maybe we should be. I know. I was so ticked off yesterday too. I never would have told the FTN subs to jump on Ottawa. Especially the newcomers that are coming over from the show. It's like, yeah, sure. Hey guys, pick Ottawa tonight. But like I said, I was talking to the old man. It's like, when's the last time you've ever seen the Habs minus 300? It's like, yeah, in the 70s there was none of that going on, right? Yeah. So it was super weird. It's like, should we be on Ottawa tonight? But yeah, there's something to be said about that. The team bouncing back in that second game, we've seen it multiple times. By the way, sidebar here, 70% of the games in the North Division have gone 6 goals or higher. Yeah. 70%. All the other divisions are roughly around 50%. There's lots of goals in that North Division. So that's something to keep in mind. All those teams are off tonight, but that's something to keep in mind on for the weekend.
I think there's a lot of things going on. They get instant hate because it's geographical and people in Canada have pride. So there's a lot more. There's going to be penalties, fights that they're seeing these guys all the time. Meaning another thing, travel. Look at it. It's not that simple. Going from Ottawa to Vancouver, it's not, look at the Islanders. Hey, we're the Islanders. We get New Jersey. We get the Rangers. Like all those teams are generally in the one area, like other than Montreal and Ottawa, Toronto. But think about when you're an East team like that and you got to fly out to Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, even Winnipeg. Those are long trips, man.
They really
get tired. Like that's in the North Division, it's a little bit different because it's like you got a whole country there. We'll see. And there's so much hate between these teams, like from the past. So it's kind of interesting. I think there's going to be more penalties and more special teams plays and stuff like that, buddy. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that stuff. And by the way, the Canadian division, I don't think how's our COVID doing compared to everybody else? A lot better.
Man, they may
Isn't
have
that
to
kind of interesting?
It is interesting. They may have to just wait around for all these other teams to finish all the postponed games. I don't know how this is gonna play out. It's going to be super weird. But I tell you what, the Habs are rolling. They better not cancel the season.
Exactly.
Defense, Hedman, Burns, Pietrangelo. Keep an eye on him. I don't know if he's going to get in the lineup today. He's placed on that COVID list, but even still, if he doesn't play, I really like Vegas. Shea Theodore is a
love him
bust for me at 6'9". Love this guy. He's just an absolute stud. I love the way that he plays hockey. So get involved with him and those Florida guys, Ekblad, maybe Yandel, right? Getting on that power play, scoring some goals. I think we'll see a lot of goals there again. And then Shane Gostisbehere, I don't know. He's 3'8". Like that's the punt that I'm seeing here that I don't mind. He's got 2 shots on goal in every game but one. We were talking about him on Wednesday. He only has the 1 point, but he's still getting power play time. It looks like he's out of Vigneault's doghouse for now.
What about Sanheim? He always plays Boston tough.
He's good, yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like I was looking at his numbers versus Boston are stupid. Like he plays I don't know what it is. Some guys love playing certain teams, but Sanheim brings his A game against these guys.
Yeah, he really does. He's good. And I think the way to be unique and different, since we're on SJ Sharkey tonight, there's a lot of value here with the Sharks. Gibson is a really strong goalie, so I don't think people will go this way. So to be contrarian, like this is my contrarian stack of the night. My big stacks are Vegas and Boston. I like those two. I like Florida. Get involved with those 3 teams. But if you're playing multiple lineups here, San Jose, like look at the price of some of these guys. Couture 5'7", Hurdle 5'4". Over at wing, we have Kane 5'7". Why is Timo Meier 4'9"? This guy is a volume shooter. Price. Loves to shoot the puck. 4, 7, 5. This guy's got 10 shots in his past 3 games. So don't be afraid of the Sharks tonight. It's a little bit of leverage to get away from Gibson. All right, should we recap? What do you got here for us tonight?
Hey, you know where I'm rolling. I'm rolling with Stanley C. Panther. Panther. I guess I could do the sound effect for the Predators, but we're betting against them, Meaney. SJ Sharkey. Let's hope that they got bite and they're not a goldfish tonight. We need the old shark tooth. I think Vegas on the puck line and in the parlays, round robins. Basically what I do with those games, you get 3. I just do combination of 2-game parlays too with the round robin. Florida, San Jose, Vegas. They make the card. And Meaney, I'm not going to talk to you beep, beep, beep. What's that? Hello, sir? Yeah, back up the truck, back it up, Briggs truck, open it up. And basically, I'm going to go in there. I haven't done this in a long time. I'm going to have a max play. Like, I might go to the bank, meaning I haven't done this in a while. I am smashing the Islanders against Pittsburgh on Saturday. It could be my game of the year. They've had time off to get it right. They outplayed Philadelphia. Pittsburgh, in my opinion, is phony. Islanders will be about 25 cents. I am going wild. And if they don't win that game, give me a call to see how I'm doing. I'm going to go pretty hard on it.
I'm a fan. The Penguins got problems.
They do. Islanders actually, they outplayed Philadelphia, buddy. Like, this is a perfect get right spot at a low price. Like, I am doing the Islander 3-step regulation, puck line, money line parlays. I'm all in on the Islanders on Saturday.
Yeah, there's not a lot of, there's 4 games postponed. My goodness, tomorrow. Yeah, we have Montreal and Ottawa. Do the Habs bounce back? That's an afternoon game. They usually play those games afternoon Super Bowl weekend, but that one's in Ottawa. That's 1 Eastern. Toronto, Vancouver's played to the over in 11 of their 14 games. I mean, I don't know how you don't pick Toronto.
They're horrible.
Over there.
I'm going to tell you something. I thought Vancouver was in a good spot in that game, and actually, Leafs are my team. Betting against them, Renzi's like, it must burn you when the Leafs are like just killing these guys. I thought Vancouver. I got to stop doing that. Like, never betting against the Leafs again. Like, Vancouver's defense is horrible. It's not Demko's fault, man. Their defense sucks. They got problems, Meanie.
Yeah, it's not Demko's fault. Yeah, they have huge problems. It starts up at the top with Benning, right? I mean, look, they let Toffoli go and they sign other guys. Right? They give away a top prospect to get Toffoli, and then they let him go. Not only did they let him go, I mean, he's making 4.25 in Montreal, killing it. They didn't even give him an offer, and they take that money and they sign Braden Holtby. I mean, come on, guys. Like,
I agree.
There's a lot of issues going on in Vancouver. I like their top 6. They got a lot of just young, exciting forwards, and then Quinn Hughes on the blue line is great, but a lot of holes in defense. I agree. It's not on Demko. I like that call by you for tomorrow. I like the Islanders quite a bit. So, yeah, similar picks for me, guys, as Cam. I like Vegas. You don't need to get cute, take them on the puck line, but I agree. I think they win by 2 or 3 goals here tonight. San Jose, Florida. I'm going back to Boston. Anytime goal, Pastrnak. Why not? Let's ride this out. Plus 128. Pacioretty plus 135. Over on the shots for Pasta and Pacioretty 3.5, and then point over 2.5. That's it. You want more bets? Check out ftnbets.com. Use that promo code Meaney or Mayo, whatever. It's all good either way. Cam, when can people check you out on Sirius and give us who is going to win the Super Bowl?
Oh, you're like this one, me. You can catch me. I do updates with Scotty Farrell, 4 Eastern. I'm with Gabe Morency. Game time decisions in-game live, 6 Eastern to 9 o'clock. We make bets and we break it down in-game. That's where we're getting those beautiful, sweet numbers with the Boston Bruins. Also, Saturday night, midnight, hockey show with my boy, Smokestack, Brian Blessing, Mr. Marlborough himself. We got a show there. We're talking hockey and pucks. Replays at Sunday, 7 in the morning on Sirius Channel 204 and the Sports Grid Network. Meanie, I love doing the show with you, buddy. You're a hockey maven, and let's have some fun. I'm going with Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl. I don't know. A lot of people are talking Chiefs. I think Tampa Bay's defense can get to Mahomes. I'm seeing like a 27-23 Tampa Bay win. I think they actually win outright. I'll take the points, sprinkle on the money line, bud.
I love it. I try not to get too involved with narratives and stuff, but do you remember a few years ago, you and I were in the office and we were talking about the Panthers just having some fun, loose, dancing all around. Denver was all business and what happened to that Super Bowl. Are the Chiefs more worried about how they look for haircuts after their big quote unquote win Super Bowl? I don't know, man. Tampa seems all business right now. Brady's telling guys not to cry. They haven't accomplished anything. Meanwhile, the Chiefs are just looking for haircuts. I don't know, man. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I'm with you. I think the Bucs are a solid team and they can make something happen on defense. Yep. Best. You got picks for us? You got a record on the way out here? What's going on lately?
Yeah. I was going to say, if you don't ask me for the record when you have a legitimate perfect week on your bets,
because Meanie's humble.
Confused. Yeah.
He doesn't brag about it. His work speaks for itself.
I'll never forget the time where he gave out holes for every team in the North and forgot the Habs. Last week, Meanie went 3 for 3. Tampa puck line hit, Tampa puck line hit, Boston money line hit, Boston over hit. You look elsewhere, like we were talking about, he hit that past the first goal as well. His prize picks 2 for 2 on the show, prize picks as well that he gave out over Twitter as well. Went 5 for 5 last night, I think you did.
Yeah, $1,500 parlay. Dude, are you at 100% right now? Sorry, Meanie. I'm going to have a little chat with your girlfriend. You're living with me now. We're gonna make about $50,000, then I'll give you back there.
It's been a decent week, guys. We'll take it. The first week was rough. All right.
You're up to 30 for 44 now. Like you're
That's
looking
amazing.
a hell of a lot better.
What a percentage.
We just needed to warm up. That's all it was.
Yeah. And also, we've had a light week here, Cam. There haven't been a lot of games, so there's not a lot of action to choose from, right? So I can't pat myself on the back too much, but we'll take it. Use that promo code MMN if you're just new to Prize Picks. Again, they're going to match your deposit 100%. Deposit match of up to $100. From Cam Stewart, myself, Chris Meaney, thanks so much. Maddie, best. Good luck. We'll catch you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend.